Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Lark from Wellington here. Today we're going to be talking about Moeda. Moeda is establishing a co-op bank which seeks to empower women and to achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. All great aspirations. One of the reasons we're talking about this coin today is, of course, the Moeda community is very active and very dedicated. They actually won the Community Coin of the Week through a write-in campaign. Well done to the team over at Moeda. And of course, Women's Entrepreneurship Day on the 19th of November gives us all the more reason to talk about this project today. Before we get into talking about what the project aims to do, who the competition are, and all those fun things, got a quick shout out to everybody who has been hitting that like button, and of course everybody who has been subscribing to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, buttons down below, go ahead and hit it there to keep up to date with all of the latest in crypto news and coin reviews. And of course, this is not professional financial advice, guys. This is just a guy talking about cryptocurrencies on the internet. What is the problem that Moeda is trying to solve? Well, there is a lot of lack of transparency in this kind of investing. The borrowers, it's hard for them to borrow money. The lenders don't know who they're lending the money to, how it's getting spent. And of course, in general, this kind of lending is very biased towards women. Moeda is trying to solve all those problems and more, actually. They're going to be doing peer-to-peer payments, peer-to-peer remittance. Now, we've seen a lot of players in the remittance space recently. So it's not a novel concept of the remittance, but it's nice. The more players, the better. There are certainly a plethora of players currently in the remittance business. These are the legacy actors, of course. Micro business loans, fiat pegged token, that's very interesting. Charity lending, and of course they're working with the UN as a sustainable development partner. Now, the loans themselves will be able to be tracked transparently via the app, which I think is fantastic. You'll be able to see pictures, videos, keep up to date with the blog, ask the person how things are going, and it will even be a tradable blockchain asset. That's very interesting. So if you are an investor or into one of these different projects and you think, well, I've had enough funding this project, I'm going to sell it. Maybe somebody else will want to take over funding this school, for example. You can do that. I think that's a really great innovation in the space. Usually you're locked into things, you can't get out of them, you can't move them around. Of course, being a digital asset will make it even easier to use and much more transparent. Now, there's a lot of different ways that the credit and loans can be used. So this will be from more standard kind of credit, where the credit will have to be paid back, right on down to grants and donations, where they'll have community projects where they don't expect a return to come back. And again, this will depend on the individual investors or charitable lenders, as it may be, in this situation to decide what project they would like to support or not. Now, the crowd sale itself actually happened in a very interesting way. Basically, they issued Moeda loyalty tokens in exchange for donations to an organization called Green Cross Brazil. That was very interesting, to be honest. I think it's a fantastic idea. Now, Green Cross Brazil itself is a non-profit foundation, of course, and they will be working with them moving forward. And of course, Green Cross Brazil focused on all kinds of different projects that Moeda itself is seeking to be focused on, so they make very logical partners in that regard. Now, farther partners for Moeda, which make it very interesting, is Unicafes and Crestle. We can look at Crestle for an example. Internet banking. They are going to be the ones that make this project a reality. Because what you're going to be able to do Me as a charity lender, I'll be able to put money onto the app, send Moeda tokens. Of course, I can always go to an exchange and get them as well. Send Moeda tokens, invest in a project. That person will then have Moeda tokens. But as anyone who's been in the crypto space for a while knows, well, it's not that easy to actually cash out your cryptocurrencies. Through these different bank partners in Brazil, they'll actually be able to go and receive their money in a fairly easy fashion with minimal fees. Moeda itself is charging between 3 and 5% fees. That's how their business model works and how they'll be able to continue moving forward and have a company that will be able to sustain itself. But this is great. This solves real world problems, especially in these underserviced, underbanked areas of the world. Now, of course, they're only focusing on Brazil at the moment, which perhaps is a potential drawback. We'll talk about that a little more in the roadmap. Now, this is a picture of the app that they're going to be starting here. So you can see here, this is the raising goal. This is how much they've raised so far, what the interest rate of the loan's going to be, what the payback period of the loan's going to be. Again, this is about empowering small to medium-sized businesses. They've been doing studies for a long time and have found that actually these small targeted loans, especially to women, can have a massive impact on underserved communities. Letting women start small businesses, whether it be a shop or a cheese factory or some handicrafts, whatever it may be, they've found the results have been really substantial when it comes to investing in women in these developing regions. Now, the team itself is quite stellar. Now, we don't see any big blockchain names here, but we do see a lot of very interesting names here. The most important member of the team here is Tanya Reese. Now, she holds a lot of high-level positions at different organizations like the UN. Very great experience there, of course. Over at Impact Leadership 21 as well. Very interesting high-level connections in order to pull off something like this. Athena has been working in strategy for quite some time. I like her self-described human potential enthusiast. That's a fantastic title. Brad Chun has been working for quite a while in the investment space and in making money move around. So great people to have on the team. Now, this is not the only crypto project aiming to solve these kind of problems. In fact, there's quite a few that have come out recently. One of the biggest competitors to Moeda may be EverX. EverX, of course, primarily focusing on international remittances, microloans, all these different things. Now, there are so many companies already doing this outside of the blockchain space. I certainly think there's room for both of these without a doubt. And actually, they focus on different areas of the world currently. EverX currently working between Myanmar and Thailand, looking to expand throughout Southeast Asia. Moeda currently only in Brazil. Okay, let's have a look at the roadmap. Now, the roadmap here basically lays out their business moving forward in Brazil. The team has been going around globally recently, making high-level partnerships, meeting with people all across the globe, but currently their focus is on Brazil in scaling their operations inside of Brazil before going completely global. They want to make sure that the model is successful, that they've proven it to be successful, and that it works the way they want it to work. I think that's a really good thing, although it does limit their impact at the start. Although Brazil's a giant country, and if they can have at least a little impact in Brazil, doesn't that make the world a better place? I think so. The Moeda token itself, as listed in the white paper, allows investors to show their affiliation and level of support of the venture. It does not represent equity in the company nor have any intrinsic value. That is pretty standard white paper speak. The token itself will be pegged daily to the US dollar at the given market rates. I think this is really good because it helps protect The recipients, so that is, the lady in a small town in Brazil, from the price fluctuations of the cryptocurrency itself. That is a very positive step for the token and will actually help the investors be able to make sure that the dollar value of their investment reaches the person as it's intended to do without having to worry about those sometimes drastic price fluctuations in the crypto market. Currently, Moeda is trading for around $1.29, $25 million market cap, so it's up about 30% for anyone who invested in the ICO. Only trading on Binance at the moment, or EtherDelta. You can grab some over there as well, although the volume is mind-bogglingly low at only $18. Over on Binance, though, we are seeing some pretty good volume, $1.7 million in the last 24 hours. Moeda is a very interesting project. It's honestly a project that I would use. I'm always looking for different ways to try to basically spend cryptocurrencies to help the world. That might sound kind of funny, but I'm constantly reaching out to different projects on Twitter, for example, saying, hey, do you accept Bitcoin? Companies like this really can solve real problems in helping people spend their money in a wise way, which will have maximum impact to help make the world a better place. And that might sound kind of cheesy, but projects like this solve real world problems, and they do it in a way that makes it easy and transparent. This is why we love blockchain. I like Moeda. It'll be interesting to see how it fares, what kind of level of adoption it will have. The app's not out yet. We will be seeing that coming out here in the near future, so do keep an eye out for it if you're interested in investing in these projects, if you're interested in supporting a small farmer in Brazil, make their coffee plantation better, for example, then this is something that you can come and check out. I know that I'll be downloading the app when it becomes available. Anyway, let me know what you think about Moeda in the comment section down below, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.